So what are we going to learn about today, buddy? Are we going to learn about secret oil drain plugs?
Yeah.
Yeah? In the bottom of lawnmowers?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's do it. Alright, so with the lawnmower in question here, we're going to show you about 3 different ways to change the oil, or I should say just empty the oil. And one of them might be a way that you never heard of before. The first one, however, is to take out the dipstick and then use a fluid evacuator. Basically what that is a vacuum pump. You stick the tube down into the oil fill or dipstick tube and you pump on it a few times. It creates a vacuum and sucks things up. However, that fluid evacuator there was about $100 back when I bought it. I use it a lot. But if you're just a homeowner and you don't need such a thing, well, there's a couple other options here. Let me show you what we got going on. Another option is basically just to tip the lawnmower on its side. Now, if you're going to tip a lawnmower over, always make sure you tip it over away from the carburetor. What that means is make sure that when it's tipped up, the carburetor is tipped in the up position, like so. So I just need to let you, I've already emptied the oil out of this engine, but now I'm going to make this video real quick and show you how I, how I did it. So the oil is already out, but alright, so basically what's happening then, with the engine tipped over, it allows the oil to drain out of the fill tube. But the purpose of this video is to tell you about the, not so necessarily a secret way, but a way that is possible, and maybe you weren't aware of it. And that would be over here on this side. So under some of these engines, not all of them, there is here a drain plug. And it's just got a square hole in it. And the square hole accommodates a 3/8 inch. Basically, you use a ratchet and an extension. And I'll show you here in a moment. So what I've got here is just a 3/8 inch drive ratchet and an extension. It doesn't have to be this long, but it's what I grabbed out of the toolbox. And it just so happens that this end fits in that plug. And there we go. That plug is out. That's all it looks like. And now with the hole open in the bottom of the engine, and there we go. We just let the engine sit right on top of the drain catch, the oil bin, and while it's draining, then I check the spark plug, the air filter, and after an appropriate amount of time, I'll tip it back over, put the plug back in, and add the oil. So. Alright, so this lawnmower has a newer Briggs & Stratton engine. It's a self-propelled lawnmower. If you look down here, I gotta take this blade off to sharpen it. And here's a bracket that helps hold the belt on for the self-propelled unit. But under that bracket is that drain plug. So you just have to decide if you wanted to take that bracket off to get to the oil, or just tip it over like this, or suck it out, you know. So, but it's there. Alright, so I decided to drain it from the bottom, and all I did was use a 1/2-inch socket to pop that bracket off of there. That bracket was also held in place by the bolt. That's one of the engine mounting bolts. So we'll pull that plug out, and we'll tip this lawnmower over and drain the oil. You can see that it had red Loctite on it, or some kind of Loctite. Alright, I'll sharpen the blade now, put the blade back on, add some oil, and we're ready to rock and roll.